I want to tell you something. The beginning of healing and the beginning of deliverance is telling God, acknowledging to Him you have a problem. That's the beginning. I always go back to this because it always makes me wonder. See, those folks who are in the grip of something, we'll call them, and those are not surface addictions, by the way, but things that we can outwardly see, God can fix rather quickly. It's the deeper things that are very difficult. And this ministry, Dr. Scott's years here as pastor, and myself, I feel the same way. I don't, somebody wants to come to church, somebody wants to listen. I'm nobody's judge. I'm here, my earnest desire, and this is going to sound weak because it really is a flesh statement, but it's said in the context of the Spirit. I desire to help. That's all I desire to be, is a help. If I can be a conduit to bring a word of comfort and show people that God is not looking at the exterior stuff. God doesn't care. Like the people that, whether they're so judgmental or critical, even if a person's, as I've said this before, even if a person is not that articulate, but they can express the message of salvation, we're not to judge. And then there's, I said, that whole group of people out there that are not using their place or their platform or their space to teach people. It's for their own gain. Or maybe they're under Satan's direction. It looks and sounds like the Bible, kind of, but not really. It's the attraction that the world likes. And I've said this is not, it's not a ministry where people are going to line up around the block. But it is a ministry for people who are desiring to have a closer walk and to get deeper into the Word. And I don't have anything else to bring to the table. There's other things I've told you, secondary and tertiary subjects that are of interest that may tie into the Bible. But I realize that even those at times can become a distraction. And if I would go down that pathway and devote myself to other subjects, I'm sure that attracts a lot more people. But there are a lot of other people doing those other subjects out there, specialists, specialty. There are people who they've spent their whole life devoted to archaeology or Egyptology. That's their whole life. That's their specialty. I'm a person of the book, and not that I don't have interest in those other subjects, I do, but my main concern is to open up the Word and to make sure that those people who are interested, they have something a little bit more in the margins of their Bible. I think you go back to again and again, and it brings and sheds new light on something that you're well familiar with. Sometimes it's just revisiting something we've already seen many times before, but the point is that it is the Word front and center here.